I'm catching the test, right, on this smaller time frame, right? The market's been going up, right, but then it started moving sideways. Like I said, taking liquidity on both sides. Do you think this wick right here and this wick were just happening for no reason? No, it's just inducing people to buy and sell, people who are impatient. Wait for something to show you where the market wants to go. And if you waited, you could have saw what happened right here on the 15-minute time frame. The whole schematic played out, okay? This is that last up candle for the down move, right? We take body of the candle, 50%, right? Sometimes the wick, depending on how you're looking at it, right? And if you see with these wicks right here, this right here was more liquidity. Was it a surprise that this big candle just spiked up and then spiked right back down? Absolutely not, guys. You know, I never go down below any further than the 5-minute, but like if you look at this 5-minute, it'll be even more clear. Look, equal highs, guys, it's factual. It happens over and over and over again. Equal highs. Let me take this thing off. Okay. Equal highs. We had a spike up, cleared the equal highs into that institutional candle right here, and then tank. Right? Crazy. Again, you look at this last up candle before the down move, right? Gold's been playing off of the wick a lot of the times. You missed the other moves, no worries. Let's play for this one. Let's do the wick because gold's been playing off of the wick. We'll do the body. We'll do the 50%, right? We missed the sell of the up thrust after distribution. We missed the first test. But look, this is that candle that took liquidity. We highlighted our 3 entry points. Stop loss right above the high, right? And what happened? More liquidity was created. Boom, right? We had a spike up into our zone. Boom, traded down. And what happened again? It creates targets as well, right? Once you saw a lot of sideways movement over here, right? Just these lows, you would have known they want to be taken out. They were taken out. And then what happened? It just created more lows, inducing more and more buyers, right? It took all the sellers out of the game right here. All the buyers got wiped out as well from buying in here, buying in here. You got wiped out, and look, it just continued to trade down and down and down. It just walked itself down. Remember, after the test, it's the mark down. Test, mark down. Boom, takes off. Test. Yeah, let's go back to the 15. Test, boom, mark down, boom, gone. And going back to the bigger time frame, what do we have over here? All this liquidity. It came down here, right? If you were in sells up here, it would have been pretty obvious once you saw this reaction back up to hold it. Why? Because it just created more liquidity, right? How much money is sitting under all this? A lot. A lot of people buying right here. Boom, tank. More people buying right here. Tank.
Okay, I got it now. Thank you so much. All right, so this is super, super, super dope. First of all, so thank you. And second of all, okay, so what do you look at for you to know what is the BC of that whole cycle? Like, cause to me, like, there's a lot of BCs. You feel me? So what BC do you have to look at for you to be like, okay, this is the beginning of the wyckoff? Like, how does this supposed to look like? Or what are the characteristics of that valid BC for me to know that the rest of the move is valid, the rest of the cycle valid?
Yeah, no, that's a phenomenal question, and thank you asked, because I'm sure that's going to help a lot of people. Okay, so personally, I'm going to tell you my input and how I go about it. I'm not really sure how Zach and Jordan and these guys go about it. But the key that I found to knowing what is the best BC is waiting until you have about 75% of the schematic done. Okay. So what I'm looking for, which is the easiest to spot, is going to be liquidity. is going to be equal highs, right? So let me show you. This will be perfect. Let's go here. Okay, bet. Market comes up, market is consolidating, right? Has these crazy wicks. I'm like right now I'm kind of just like, yo, I don't know what's really going on. Right? Like this looked like it could have been an institutional candle that took out liquidity over here, but then we had this crazy wick down that took out liquidity over here. Then we had this crazy wick up. I'm not really sure what it wants to do, so I'm gonna wait it out a little bit. Right? I'm expecting the downwards movement because it's been on such a heavy uptrend, whatever. But I'm gonna wait a minute. I wanna wait for the schematic to show itself. So I always look for liquidity, right? I see liquidity over here. I see this up candle for a down move, right? You know, I see liquidity over here, but it was already taken out. You know, we do have some liquidity over here, right? Okay, awesome. So we can identify that. Okay, so looking at this right now, I would have no idea that this is the buyer's climax. No idea. I would wait. I'm looking for liquidity. Market does its thing. Market does its thing. Market does its thing. Sorry, this is the first time I'm looking at it. Okay, yeah. Okay, so boom. Okay. Now, coming back and looking at this after all this played out, right? This is on the 15-minute time frame. That's not that long. Right? That was like 8 hours. Yeah, no, a little bit more. But you get the point. It wasn't that long. Okay, it was less than a day. Okay. Something sticks out to me. Well, first, I saw, you know, this liquidity over here. Boom. Market never came, played below there. Right. I also see these perfect equal highs. Right. And right before that, I see another high. Okay. So if you go back to the schematic, a lot of the times that buyer climax, not all the time, a lot of time it's a little bit higher than that stop, than that secondary test, right? And the up thrust is sometimes higher than both of those, but not all the time. And I like it when that's my liquidity with the secondary test. That's how I like it personally. Okay. So I see that. So now that sticks out to me. Then I see over here, this designed more liquidity to the downside as well. So now I start asking myself questions. I say, okay, oops. I'll be like, okay, let's see. Is this gonna be my buyer's climax? Is this gonna be my automatic reaction? You know, is this really my secondary test? Like, I'm not 100% sure yet. I wanna say it is, yeah. Here's my up thrust, right? This, you know, down over here, there was that sign of weakness. I'm like, yo, but I'm not really sure. But if I can see that up thrust after distribution, like I already have about 75% of the schematic completed, right? So I didn't know it was the schematic when I just saw this. I saw a majority of it play out. Okay, so now I'm like, okay, is this it? Play it out, boom, whoa. Smart money was in here. Smart money was in here, right? Why did smart money push it down at an equal high? To make everybody happy. To people who were chasing this trade, selling it right here. You know what I'm saying? Came down a little bit, boom. Came right back up. Hit everyone's stop loss, right? Created all the liquidity over here, right? So it wasn't until, ooh, did I delete that? I guess so. Okay, so it wasn't really until this happened. All right, I mean, we can't look at both of those, right? I hate when I leave the lock on. Okay, but really, the institutional candle. When I saw that buy to sell, I was like, oh, okay, checkmate. Boom, we got him, baby. It's over. This is the up thrust. This is the up thrust after distribution. Like, that's it. Boom. Right? However you like to do it, like, you know, and you know, the fact that we're going over this and we're realizing that gold likes to play off of the wick a lot, you know, that's things you want to take note of. If gold's your pair, take note. Yo, you know, on BWB calls and myself when I backtest, I notice, yo, like it's playing off of the wick of the institutional candle a lot. So maybe I want to take a smaller entry there. If it comes up to the body or the 50%, I could, you know, stack orders, right? Don't over leverage, right? So always risk less, because the further away you enter from the, you know, the 50%, the deeper your stop loss is going to be. Okay. So once I saw that, I was like, checkmate. We're waiting for it to come back up in here. We're taking that sell, right? Market does its thing. Boom, comes right back up, tanks, right? Yeah. This was at 10 a.m. is where it captured that liquidity. 10 a.m., boom, spiked up. By 10:15, you're in profit, and she's gone. Right? And what was that? What was this right here? Test. Boom. She's gone, and then the rest was history. Okay? So, hopefully that answered your question, Wendy. I don't know until I have, as you saw, dang, you could have cashed out. So it wasn't until I had, like, when I saw like this, even before the sign of weakness, I would have been like, I would have started looking at it. But then once I saw this, I was like, okay, I know what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for this. This happens, it's over.
Over that. I'm just kidding.
Because then all we're looking for is this. Boom. All right, a lot of people worry about entering on this. You don't have to worry about that. That'll come later. Worry about mastering this. Boom, I'm out. Q's up.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna go over GJ and GU. And the reason is because, like, I understand that you guys are asking for pairs. I kind of see why Christopher Dare does this now. But when you see these concepts on any pair, you can apply it to, when you see these concepts on one pair, you can apply it to any pair, right? And we really try to pull up the best setups possible, because if you're looking for the best setups 100% of the time, then guess what? You're gonna get the best entries 100% of the time. So personally, I want to talk about GJ, and I want to talk about GJ and playing for the more advanced people, learning how to play both sides of the market, right? So real quick, looking at GJ, I always start at the daily to understand what's going on, right? Look at this, we're consolidating on the daily. And then what do we do right here? Created some lows. What happened? Took them out. These right here, took them out, and it's still gonna keep going down. But this is how to kind of play on like an intraday or on the hour. On this is like really learning how to play both sides for the advanced people. And checking out GJ, clearly it's consolidating, right? Clearly there's not too much going on. But what sticks out? What's something that really sticks out to me? Boom. Oh, damn. Darn. Bam. Check it. So, what's something that sticks out on GJ? And this is what comes with knowing your pair. Check how we made this high right here. Right? That's liquidity. Alright, this is stop loss is being set. They put this up here because they're able to see, you know, where a lot of people are trying to enter off of, right? So you can use this as something to play off of if it comes higher. And then, like I said, I want to teach you guys on playing both sides. What's here? This is liquidity, right? So what happens? The market slams down, comes lower. Why did it come lower than all these lows? To pick up money to do what? To pretty much come higher than these highs, right? And then come back into price action over here. So what happens? Boom. Wow. She slams, she plays a little bit, creates that last down candle before the very impulsive move to the upside. Super impulsive move to the upside. What did this do right here, right? We took liquidity and then we moved up and then we took liquidity again. if you're understanding how the market works, and if you're understanding that they play from point of interest candle to point of interest candle, you could immediately marked up this last down candle, right, prior to the up move. Right? And then been patient, wait for it to come back. You saw she came up here and then she took liquidity. What did she do immediately after she took liquidity? Boom. How ironic. Now she does what? She creates the last up candle prior to the what? Down move. This is advanced, playing point of interest to point of interest, playing clappy clappy to clappy clappy. All right? What happens? Why is she aggressively trading back down? Why is the market wanting to move so quick back down? Because when the banks bought here, they left this open order. They left this as a sell order. So when they came above this high right here, and some of these highs, right, came above these highs, those highs, why did they buy to sell? Because they're bringing the market back down here to mitigate out of this last down candle, right? And then the moment they mitigate out of this down candle, where are they looking to go mitigate next? Out of this last up candle before the down move. Let's see what happens. Boom. Entry one. All right? Where do you know she's going? Where can your take profit be? When you see something like this, where does your TP automatically go? If you want to be safe, you can put it under this low. I mean, honestly, put it under the low. It's 11 pips. Where's TP1 going? Right here. Because they have to play from mitigation to mitigation until they break out. When this is a consolidating market, on the daily, I'll go back and show you, it was a consolidating market. When you see consolidation like that, you can clearly stick out point of interest candle to point of interest candle to point of interest candle to point of interest candle until they break out of the market, right? So in consolidating markets, this is the best way to play. You know, stop loss going above the high. Am I looking to take this? Possibly below this one low, right? Because when we bought here off this mitigation, that creates a low. Because not only is smart money buying here, but look, when you see a candle like this, your retailers are hopping in somewhere here, somewhere here, somewhere here, posting it online, thinking that they're cool, only for what to happen. Boom. Our profits were taken the moment it touched this candle, and then our sell order was activated the moment it touched this candle. Where is it going? Right below these lows, or even lower. Oh man, even if you would have entered this and you were kind of worried about where it's gonna go, look at what it created right here. Equal lows. Damn. So this was more of an advanced thing on how to play consolidation and how to play consolidation from point of interest candle to point of interest candle.